Hello everyone and welcome back to Project Architect. As you can see, I'm currently exploring because I am after a specific tree. I'm after a mineral tree. It's sort of a blue tree. It's used in integrated dynamics and there's something... I have a cool idea that I want to try, but I need this tree in order to do it. I've done not too much exploring. I've also looked around the map because a cool thing with this map is when you hover over stuff, if you look at the bottom here, right where my cursor is at the bottom there, you can actually see what block I guess you're looking at. So this tells me oak leaves. I can hover over these. Those are archwood leaves. So I can look around and sort of find hopefully a mineral tree by just finding its leaves by hovering over it. I've looked around. There's some blue trees, but these are cascading archwood leaves. So not what we're looking for. And I've been unlucky apparently. So I've got to do some exploring. I was hoping that it would be quicker, but I don't think it will be. So I'll be back when hopefully I find one. Oh, okay. You know what? Okay. I thought they were a lot bluer than they were. Does this... Hold on. Because this does see some sunlight. What does it look like on the map? You can't even see it, can you? No, holy leaves. Why can't you see it on the map? Am I wrong? You can see everything around it, but you can't see... Like, I'm going around here and I'm not seeing any mineral logs showing up on the list here. Okay. Well, anyhow, here's what they look like in the wild. They are very blue. I think I might have even seen one over there, possibly. Okay, beautiful. Now, a cool thing about this mod pack, obviously, is I just need to chop one tree down, and we're good for life. I probably don't even need the saplings, realistically, because I can EMC each of these logs, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they all have EMC, so we've pretty much already won, right? We've got what we need. So I'll chop the rest of this tree down, and I'll meet you guys back at the base. Okay, home sweet home. We can go ahead and learn this stuff. So mineral sapling if we need more for whatever reason. We've got berries as well, which we don't really need. Crystallized mineral chunks we'll need a lot of. And the logs not so much, because I think the chunks themselves we use more than we use the actual logs. Because previously what you would have to do is squeeze the logs to get these chunks. But because we've got the EMC for it, we've got infinite of these chunks already. So that's going to be extremely helpful. Now, what I want to do here is... I want to make something from, what's it called? Integrated Dynamics. There's quite a few things here, and this mod is one of those mods that is extremely overwhelming if you haven't seen the mod before or haven't played with it. So bear with me. The first thing I'm going to try and do is make a logic programmer. Where is it? It's one of these guys here. Here it is. What this guy does is he lets you do a bunch of different... I'm trying to think of the right word to use so that it's not scary. It allows you to do different things. For example, you could... count what's in this chest or like what's in this item collector and add it with what's in the harvester. You could have it like, track the items that enter these guys. You could have it track, redstone pulses. And then what you can do with the logic programmer is you can say, hey, when this guy has 10 carrots in him at once, or a better example would be when this guy has like 2 stacks of carrots, emit a redstone signal and turn this guy off or something like that. And that's a cool use of it. You could make it so that your overflow protection is this guy will just simply turn off. So yeah, that's something. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll make this mineral chunk. We'll go ahead and make this logic programmer. It's going to be a crafting table and one of these blocks of mineral. So there we go. By itself, the block works well, but you can actually do something pretty cool. You can turn it into a portable one by just chucking it in your inventory. And now you've got a cool little item here. So you can open this guy up. And you can be extremely overwhelmed by all of these different things, all of which you probably have not a single clue what it means. And that's okay. That's okay. I'm gonna look through this myself because there's one specific thing I want to find. I know I'm being very vague here, but I'll fill you guys in a second. Let me just have a quick look through here. Okay. I had a look through. I think what I want to do can work. So now I want to tell you what I want to do. So a few of you guys pointed out in the last episode that instead of placing an alchemical chest here, why wouldn't I just send it right back into the system? Well, part of that is because, I have to go and set that up and stuff, and I'm a little bit lazy in that regard. But the other reason, which I'm using as my excuse, is that I'd like to see how much we're creating, right? I like to keep track of, is this farm viable, right? If you guys were to take the time to set up these source gems and the generators and stuff, is it going to earn you enough EMC that it's better than, just, for example, setting up another just normal carrot farm, because the carrot farm is pretty good. So that's sort of why I like to do that. And I think what we can do is have all of these automatically go into our system and still keep track of how much EMC this is creating. Yeah, I know. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, I really want to do that. So, how do we do that? What's the plan? The first thing I'm going to try and do, I think, is entangle this guy and put him somewhere else so that we can have some room to work with, I guess. So I'm just going to just come over here, I guess. I'm going to, I mean, we can stay close. We don't have to run a marathon away. But I'm going to place this guy here. I'm going to entangle him. So this is now our chest. It's entangled up there. And there's a few things I want to do. The first thing I want to do is try to make this guy from RF Tools utility. It's called a counter. Allegedly, what it's going to do, this is just gold ingots and stone, I think. What it's going to do is it's going to count every single time it receives a redstone pulse, right? Now, every time it receives a redstone pulse, I want to be given by a comparator. Was that English? Essentially, right? When there's items in this chest, I'm hoping this works. Yes, it's going to... is that working? I don't know if that's working. Let me get a piece of redstone real quick. Is there any... Okay, there is power on this. Beautiful. And I imagine if I were to say, take these out, no redstone. Yes, perfect. Okay, so if I slap a counter on here, which way do I have to face it? I think I right click on the side of the block you want because it goes like, it depends on where within this one block face that you click. So for example, if I click on this side of it, it still faces that way no matter where I'm standing. If I click on it here, it goes there. Does that make sense? You guys, does that make any sense? So if I place it there, it's now going in. And this guy should count every single time it receives redstone. So that's good. We'll have to reset him later, but that's the basic premise, right? As soon as that item goes in, it will be counted. So already, we should be able to count how many items go through the system. That sounds pretty cool to me. One thing we'll need to do is put stuff in the system. I think what we'll do is, you guys were suggesting Emc Links. We currently have a link 1 that does 1 item per second. Honestly, probably good enough for this, because this guy doesn't generate that far. Like, look, he's only gotten 5. So we could very much do that. Let's go ahead and get you know what, actually? We could have it over here as well to keep that place nice and clean. We can have this guy here with an EMC link, and we can have this guy extracting. And so now, in theory, I think it should work. Okay, so this guy's currently set the current value, fires when it reaches counter. Set the counter in pulses. No, well, this doesn't do what I want it to. Okay. You know what? It does. It actually does. Set the counter in pulses. Set the current value. Fires when it reaches the counter. Okay, so this is what we're counting up to. So if I do this as nothing, what does that do? Does that just keep counting? Maybe? Possibly? I'm not really sure. Because the other thing was there were these counter screens, right? And what these apparently will do is... Oh, they don't have a... No. Wait a second. Do they seriously not have a crafting recipe? What? No. Hold on. If I create a screen from RF Tools utility, we'll slap it down here, I guess. I'm also going to need to get a screen controller, right? So that it can receive power. We're going to have to provide power to it, so we'll get a flux point. I was really banking on that guy having a recipe. I didn't think that was something I would have to check. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it would just... Oh, that is not the one I want to click on. There we go. So this guy's got power. I can click scan, and it should detect this guy, and then this guy should work. Hopefully. Anyhow. Oh, why doesn't he look like he's doing anything? Okay. I'm back. I did some experimenting off camera to sort of see what could be done, what can't be done, that sort of thing. And I actually had a really good suggestion in my Discord from Manos Bax. So here's the plan. Okay, I can't figure out how to count. As dumb as that sounds. I can't figure out how to, pretty much I can't figure out how to count. So there's a workaround, sort of. The idea is, every single time an item goes in here, it emits the redstone signal. We saw that before. It's as simple as doing this, right? It's as simple as, just that. That emits the redstone signal every time an item comes in. Perfect. Then what I want to do is I want to have it move an item into a drawer, right? Now the drawer, I think if we go here, there's a near infinite... Oh, it doesn't have a recipe, the near infinite storage. That's a little bit disappointing. Is there a workaround? There possibly is. I'll tell you what. We can still make this store like a lot, right? We can do the 32 times stuff. We can have it store some, right? Like, look here. We chuck that guy in. We chuck this guy in. Bada bing, bada boom. Now we've got upgrades. So I can open this guy up. I can chuck in all these upgrades, and now it can store a bunch of stuff, right? Okay. Okay. Where am I going with this? The workaround that I just thought of, by the way, as well, would be setting up a refined storage system over here, possibly a completely separate one, and having it with an infinite storage, because that's an actual thing. We have infinite storage blocks and stuff, and then we could specifically track that one storage system to see how much it has. So anyhow, the idea is that it would output a redstone signal, and every time it does, an item would go in here. So my thought process is that we get an item pipe, possibly an EMC link. Now, before I hook this guy up with anything, I do want to make sure that we configure this guy. So let's go ahead and grab... yeah, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Hold on. What pipe upgrade do we need? We need just the first one. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go pipe. I'm going to go... We're going to need to make a basic one. We'll go ahead and learn that as well. We'll chuck this guy in here, and I want this guy to be on when powered? Yeah, I want him to be on when powered. Okay. Now, the problem is that this guy transfers... I mean, he transfers 8 at a time, but because this EMC link is actually limited itself, if we search this up, EMC link, this one can only export 1 item per second. This should still work. So, already, I'm pretty sure this should work. The plan is I get a piece of cobblestone, I right-click this onto the EMC link, and now it's changed to be that item. Now, every single time a source gem is created, this should output a redstone signal, and we should get a piece of cobblestone in this drawer. That is the plan. We just need to wait for that to happen, I guess. Or I could manually, I just want to keep an eye on it so that I don't, screw things up here. We can see it down there, whether it will light up. I'm going to grab a source gem. I'm going to drop it in. You see it lit up? We should be able to come over here. Ladies and gentlemen, a singular cobblestone. Excellent. Now, this is not perfect. This is definitely not perfect. And the reason it's not perfect is if we were generating more... if we were generating enough that this was constantly getting items, this obviously wouldn't... It still could work, actually. In fact, it should still work, I think. The reason why I say that is that both of these, the EMC link here and the EMC link here, they both go at the exact same rate, right? They do 1 per second, which means for every second that there is 1 in there, it'll be getting outputted 1 a second, and this will be put in 1 a second. It should be perfect. And to put that to the test, currently there is 1 in there. You know what, actually? Let me pick up all these, because I don't want anything to interfere in this test. I want this to be like the most perfect test ever. So currently, what do we have? We have 1 in there, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 19 more source gems in here, right? And we should end up with 20 cobble. Do you think it will work? There should be 20 cobble in this chest. I'm excited because I'm actually very... in my mind, this will work perfectly, and you guys will be so impressed with me. I'm just trying to think as well. So far, everything I've done has made sense, right? We haven't even used integrated dynamics yet. It's redstone signal, lets this guy output, and we should have 19. Ooh, 19. Okay. That is a problem. I don't know why. I'm going to be honest. I'm not entirely sure why. Could it be that there's a delay from this guy triggering? In which case, hold on. Potentially a workaround. I have an idea. I have a vision. Okay, I know I put 19 in there, but remember there was the 1 cobblestone already in there, which means that we should have had 20 total. So, give me a second. Let's pick this guy up, I want to create a little bit of space here. I want to get a repeater, believe it or not. I think as well what I'd like to do is centralize this guy a bit. So place him here, place a repeater so that no matter what signal comes out of here, it'll be a full strength signal. Then we will grab some redstone out. So we'll grab out a stack of redstone. This will be going like this and like... I don't really want it to go back into the comparator. Okay. Okay, hold on. Do we have any sort of like redstone alloy wires? Do we have any of that? Do we have any? Here, let me search alloy. We do have redstone alloy. We do have red alloy wire. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay, let me grab this. I think I need to go smelt this. Oh, actually, hold on. I need to smelt this, but I believe we can probably make a dark matter furnace, right? And this guy should be really fast. And it has an EMC value, so like we've got infinite of it. I should be able to place this, open him up. I should be able to chuck in, yeah, just a burnable chest, I guess. And then chuck in this guy. Ah, pretty fast. I like the look of that. Okay, red alloy. Red alloy, here we go. Then red alloy wire. Now, these might be invisible on my end because of the mods I'm using, but we'll see. We'll see exactly what's happening. So, yeah, they are invisible. That does make it a little bit tricky. Oh, you know what, actually? The solution has been in front of our eyes the whole time. A repeater. I just do this, and then I have a repeater there and a repeater there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. So then we do the same thing. What do we do here? How do we do this? This actually isn't meant to be there, I think. Unless, I mean, it could be there, and I'll show you what I mean by that. We could place this guy here, disconnect him from this chest. I could then have the drawer be here, and I could have the EMC link be here, and that should work. Let's go ahead and take out all of this cobble. So far, does this look good? I think this does. I think this still works. So this guy will obviously be extracting again. He will receive this guy and be told, hey, you can only do stuff when you have power. And then in here, all I do is place cobble, okay? Then what we do is we come up here and we say, hey, I would like you to do 20 source gems, okay? So now all of these have activated. Oh, I was meant to make this guy require redstone as well. Okay, hold on, abort. That might have worked, but I want to make sure, so give me a second. Hopefully you guys get like why I'm doing what I'm doing here. There's probably an easier way. I know. I apologize that I have failed to see it, but this should work. Okay, let's try again. 20. We'll do 21. 21 source gems. In they go. Once again, once this is done, we should have 21 pieces of cobblestone. It's that simple. Then what we can do, in fact, I can set this up already so that you guys know what I'm doing. Some of these things are from Integrated Dynamics I've crafted, but I can show you them again. What we're going to want is an inventory reader. So this guy right here. It is made with 3 chests and an input variable transformer. Scary name, but it's just a variable card and crystallized mineral and a sticky piston. The variable card is just mineral and paper, so it all, you know, it's not too bad of a recipe. Inventory reader. What you do is you place this guy on the side of an inventory. Now, you need to also give it a cable. So if we search logic cable, these guys cost us more of these mineral chunks and some redstone. There we go. And we can go ahead and right-click within the same block, and it attaches. Now what can happen is you can open up the inventory reader, and you get a bunch of information here. Now, another thing we'll need are those variable cards we saw before. So these guys here, you can go ahead and craft a bunch of them. We're going to grab one, I believe. We open up this inventory reader, and what we can actually do is see the inventory count. And as you can see, 21. That's how much we put in. So I can scroll down. We can place this variable card right in this slot for the inventory count. And now this card will dynamically update. Like, it'll update whenever stuff goes in here. So I can actually show this off as well. If we grab a display, so a display panel here, this stuff, let me show you the recipe for it. This is those berries we had. Another one of these output cards, which is a sticky, a normal piston instead of a sticky compared to the input variable card. Hopefully you're following. And then these light panels are just, you know, it's all the same ingredients, just like mumbled around. I mean, I guess that's really what Minecraft is. But anyhow, we have a display panel. This guy, if we go ahead and we can logic cable up a bit just to make it on eye level, we can place this guy here, and inside we can place this inventory count, and look at that. It will tell me the number that's on there. Now, the reason why that's cool is each time this guy goes up, despite the source gems being turned into EMC, this number keeps track of everything we have. How cool is that? And the coolest part is, even if this system broke, we put 9 in, and it only went up 8. Listen, I'll tell you what. It's not perfect, okay? Is that a problem, though? I don't think it is. I think this still gives us a pretty good idea of how much we're generating. For example, let's do a proper test here. I'm going to chuck in a stack, okay? And we'll see, on average, how accurate it is when we get a stack of items. We'll just have a look. I like this. And again, for the most part, when this guy's only generating one item at a time, it should only output. This looks so more complicated than it has to be. Realistically, by the way, all of this stuff can go back to how it was before because this system was meant to prevent it like miscounting, but it's not even preventing it, so it's not actually needed. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll probably redesign this a little bit just so that it looks a little bit less scary for you guys at home if you want to try and make the same thing. But I really like this. Now, here's a bit of a tricky thing that I wanted to try. So if we go ahead and we grab these variable cards, we'll grab these out. I would like to grab another one of these inventory counters. So we'll grab one of those. What I wanted to do is see if I could multiply that number live with the proper amount. Oh, what's it? Is it going to go up to 64? Oh, see, look at that. Right at the end. It's only missing one item right at the end. Apparently, doesn't matter how many we have as well. Very interesting. I wonder if it's as simple as adding a delay to the repeater. What do you think? Or adding a delay here. I'll tell you what, I'm going to do a few tests here. I'm going to do a few test runs, and I'll report back with my findings. How does that sound? Okay. The other thing I wanted to do, that whole live EMC thing, let's see if we can do it. So what I want to do here is search integer, and this is essentially just like a number that we're going to do. So I'm going to make this number be the EMC value of a source gem. So that is going to be 8,192. Oh, 92. There we go. And I'm going to put that on a variable card. So what I have here is the inventory count, which is constantly changing, and then that number there, that source gem number. So what I'm going to do now is go to multiply. I'm going to click on this one here. This is for multiplication. I'm going to say inventory count. I don't know if this will work. I'm doing this for the first time. Multiplied by that value of the EMC. Oh, and we've got a tick, so I can create this variable card. It is possible that this works. Now, it looks like the delay here didn't work. So I'll tell you what, I'll put that delay on and try again. I like doing this little test here. But anyhow, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to need a place to store... Oh my god, I am just constantly under attack by this guy. Okay. So, obviously, like, for this guy, it's just the inventory count, and he's getting all that information from the reader. The issue with this new variable we made is we used two other variable cards to, I guess, combine their values, and within this system, we don't have that connected. So, for example, if I were to grab another display out, and we were to hook that up, so hopefully, I've got a cable, beautiful. If I were to place this guy here, and hook this up, and then place in that one we just made, it's got an X because it can't find those variables. And it even tells you the IDs, these two here. So it can't find them. What that means is we need to create a variable store. It's not a store as in like a shop. It's more like a store as in a storage. So this is going to use a chest, some of these blocks of mineral and all that sort of stuff. More of those chunks. And this guy, you just connect him up, hooked up with the cables. You open him up and you just place them in. Oh my god. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what that is? Give me a second. Oh my god, have you seen... Oh my god, I think we just did it. Because look, 64 is in here by adding that one delay to the repeater. Oh, I'm so happy. Okay. Do you know what number that is? That number that it just happens to be spitting out? That 524,288? Does this ring a bell? That is the value of a stack of source gems. Holy moly. If I were to say, chuck another stack in, let's see what happens. If we come over here, we can see this number going up live, as well as the EMC we are creating, whilst all of the EMC we are making is going into our system. We are gaining all of this profit, and the only EMC we are losing is one EMC per little count it does here, which is minuscule. We earn that in like a second. Oh my god, I am extremely happy that this worked. How cool is this? So this number, by the way, we can display that anywhere. We can make a room if we want that shows us the value of every single EMC farm that we have, and we can compare them over their entire lifetime. How awesome is that? The coolest thing as well is if we were to hook up the flower farm, which we might do because, I mean, this is really cool. I'm extremely happy with this. If we hook up the, like a new farm, for example, this farm here, and we want to compare it directly to the flower farm. Now, obviously, the flower farm's been running for a long time, so if we had it hooked up already, the values wouldn't add up. What we could just do, if we wanted, is we could just remove the the items from in here, from in this drawer, and they would start from fresh. Oh, that is so cool. I am extremely happy with it. Look, we've got 2 stacks worth on the dot, completely exact, courtesy of the little delay we put into this repeater on the cobblestone side. And that's the amount of EMC we have. We have, oh my god, I'm so happy. Okay, the question is now, is it possible to have that number be, what am I trying to say here? Like, acronymed? You know what I mean? Instead of being as big as it is. I guess I manually could change the number that it multiplies by to be smaller, right? Instead of being 8,000, I could have it be 8.192. And then it would be already in the thousands. In fact, oh my god. Why don't we do that? I think that would be a lot cleaner. Let's take this out. Let's take out all of these guys as well, because we'll have to rebuild this little variable. And I guess we'll run through it again. So I'm going to search integer. This is where I put the number that I'm multiplying by. So I want to now try, can I even put a comma? No, it says no, it yells at me. Can I do a point? Oh, I can't even do a point. Okay. Integer, short as integer. Okay. I might just leave it then. I might leave it how it is. If someone let me know. Let me know if there's a way to make it a smaller, more friendly number, because that is so cool. Oh my god. Okay. So, I'm going to take out this cobble. Oh, it's so cool that it updates live. I love that. And then we're going to hook this stuff back up, and our system shall be up and running. Bam, bam. Go over here, bam, and bam. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the amount of EMC we are creating. How cool is that? We are seeing it to the dot, the live amount. Oh my god, I'm so happy about this. I mean, what else do we do? I mean, I've got to build this for every single one. Now, do I have to build this for every single one? Is there a... Because, like, this is a pretty intimidating build to have to replicate every time. I obviously don't want to do that. How would we get away with it? Very interesting. To be fair, I think this is sort of how you have to do it. Indeed. I like this so much. I'm very happy. Look at that. So I'm guessing with all the built up stuff we had in all the jars, all the sauce we had, we just made, right here, 400,000 EMC. How cool is that? We made 50 sauce gems. How cool is that? Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad we did the testing as well, so that we know that this number, it should be exact. I'm pretty confident that it is the right number. Oh, that is so good. That is so nice. I mean, what else do we do? I'll tell you what. I would like to make this cleaner if we can. So I'm gonna remove these again, just so that I can do some more testing. And I want to make sure that everything's working the way it should. And I want to see if I can make this a little bit smaller, a little bit cleaner, perhaps. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm pretty sure this should still work. I put a stack in, so we'll see if a stack shows up here. This is essentially it. This stuff can be picked up. There we go. We can pick all that stuff up, put that away. We don't need it. We don't need it. We've solved it differently. So this little system should work. To recap, this is entangled into our output chest, as in all of our EMC, like all of our items that are going to be turned into EMC, go into this chest, and it is entangled over here. What we have is we have it so that all of the items are being taken out at 1 item per second by the EMC link. Then over here, we have it so that every time there's an item in here, for as long as there's an item in here, a redstone signal is output via this redstone comparator. That is then going into a repeater with a 1 delay right-clicked on it. And what that does is it powers this output. What this output is doing is it is taking cobblestone out of this EMC link at the exact same rate as this one over here, so 1 per second. And that is going into this chest, and yes, it works perfectly. And we get it counted on here. So I'll run through the integrated stuff in a second. The reason why we need that delay is I think because this guy outputs, I guess, maybe a little bit faster than this guy outputs his signal. You know what I mean? So I think we need that delay just to keep him running a little bit longer after this guy's done emptying. And it appears to work perfectly, which I'm extremely happy about. So what about this part here? Well, this guy obviously fills up with the exact same amount of cobble thanks to this little setup here. So just these little blocks here. And then what we have is we have an inventory reader on the side of this chest. What this guy's doing is he's getting the inventory count. So we put a variable card in this slot here, and that gives us the inventory count. That, if you want, can be placed in here, and it will tell you how many items have been put in this drawer. Pretty simple. What we did instead, though, is we grabbed that inventory count, and then we made an integer of our own. So just a number within this logic programmer. So we open this up, we searched integer, clicked here, and we put in the value of the EMC. So the 8,192. We put that in there and got a variable card. What we did next is search multiple, or multiplication. We click on this guy, we put in the inventory count, and then we put in that integer we just made with the EMC, and that gives us this guy right here. So that's multiplying the inventory count and the integer, and it's displaying that number right there, which is how much EMC this guy has made, which is a stack of source gems. How awesome is that? Little system. In terms of, because I figured I should, to be fair, it's pretty simple to set up. I was going to say, like, in terms of copying stuff, you can place these in a crafting table with each other. So for example, I can place a variable card, an empty one in here with this variable card and copy it. You probably won't use that too much for this situation because all your different farms have different EMC values that you're getting. Now, it will be interesting, and I might do it in a future episode, just because, I don't know if I'd do it in a future episode or off camera or whatever, but like, how would I keep track of this guy? Oh, well, you know what? It does actually make sense because we could have it go into another condenser. So once it's done here, oh, actually, no. It's going in here, right? Yeah. This is turning it into, like, what's it turning it into? Gold. So then the gold ingots go in here at 1 item per second. Oh, it's actually perfect. Okay, yeah. I want to do that soon. But I am happy for that to be this episode, us learning how to do this. And then in another episode or off camera, if it's literally just the same thing we did here, I'll set these up at the other bases. What you can do as well, because I probably should show it, there's a way to, I'll search integrated because I don't know what they're called, but I know what they look like. Assuming they're even here. Oh, these guys here. These directional connectors. Here we go. What do I want to do? Okay, so Omnidirectional Connector can connect to other Omnidirectional connectors anywhere, including different dimensions. What that means is I can place an Omnidirectional connector here, and then I can place one maybe at my base or whatever. And what that'll do is it'll gain access to all of the information here, including the variable store, including the inventory reader, and it will use all of that data, and then I can have this display in my base or maybe in like a lab somewhere that we build. Oh, that is really cool. I'm very happy. So yeah, integrated dynamics, very cool mod. Very, very cool. It's intimidating as all hell, I'll tell you that much. But with little workarounds where you just put items in a chest with some basic redstone, very basic redstone, 2 bits of redstone, and then you can do all this. I hope that you guys think that's as cool as I think it is. So yeah, I think that's it for this episode because I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty satisfied with what we've done here. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you're still enjoying the series. Hopefully you didn't get scared away by the integrated dynamics, and hopefully you learned something because it's very fun. Oh, I spammed the chat a little. Thank you to everyone who supported me financially, whether it's from watching the ads on the videos, being one of our donators, or a channel member. Thank you guys so much. I need to build something for the channel members. I still don't know where I'm putting it, but I need to build something so that I can go through and say all your names. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one where we do something fun. Goodbye.